Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome back to another blind let's play of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Here we have Lamaine, we have Davrin, and we have Lace Harding, and we're going to be going to the Necropolis to pick up Emmrich in this session. I did a lot of work on the character skills. I respected all of them, and I focused on setting up as many detonation opportunities as possible. I give you a quick look at things. I've also, as you can see, turned off the armor thingamajig, so it shows the armor that I have actually selected for them to wear. Let's do a really quick look here. I know that it's not really, people don't really care about this stuff, but just so you know what's going on or what the strategy is going to be, this is of course standard, right? I came down this channel here, of course, for exploding arrows. I got myself a I like this jump attack because I do pull it off quite a bit, and guaranteed critical hits if the target is knocked down. So, I mean, sometimes that happens. I'm not really aiming for it, but sometimes it happens. We had Hurricane Blades, which is pretty straightforward. I've gotten used to using it, so let's keep it. We got Penetration. We've got Charged Bow with charged attacks. Again, I do a lot of charged attacks, and so deals critical damage versus enemies with low health. And then we have damage versus armor, and I stopped there. I'm not really sure if I'll keep going. I think I wanted, hold on. I got this like light armor, so I found the light armor and medium armor specialization. I went for medium armor because it gets me more benefits for what I use. Right now, this charged bow, the weak points, and momentum. It's okay as well, but the medium was just better. And then right here, we got the poisonous precision. Again, weak point grants necrotic weapons. I already got a lot of that, and necrotic weapons last 50% longer. I mean, I already have all that, and this starts to get me closer and closer to this whole arrow build stuff, which I don't think I'm going to do. So let's deviate off of that channel. I just try to get min-max those pieces right there for the charged attacks and for the versus armor, because it always helps. It's always another extra bonus, right? We got the sword swagger for swagger. We got a sword stagger for another 20%. Seems pretty straightforward. Also, I went for as many passives as possible just so I can get them stacking without having to think about what powers I have to bring onto the field. That can come later, but right now I'm working on min-maxing here. We got the final attack after a light chain attack. Like I'm not going to use this, very unlikely, but I got it because I need to get down into this channel right here. Agile attack at 10%, charge attack damage 10%, and final attack damage 10%. I do this often in my current playstyle, so I want to maximize my natural flow right now. We got this for generate 25% more momentum. Now that I know more about the whole momentum thing, and I need to get these powers back sooner, like to kick off the detonations faster, especially with the allies that I now have synced up with, my primes. I got people detonating, that kind of thing, and so I want to make sure I get the momentum ready for it when I need it, like now. And usually I want things right now. So there you go. We got the staggering finale here, a stagger from final attack plus 20%. As soon as I can get that stagger, I like to get that E attack off. It just helps move the combat along. I know I can just reduce all health down to low, but for the bosses, like the Uber bosses, it helps. It helps. That plus detonation, plus like working on vulnerabilities and stuff like that, I think it's going to be a massive change. We have this exploding daggers. It's a physical attack, just in case I have to switch it off, but it also applies sundered, and I have someone who can detonate sundered. So we have a traumatized takedown, 15%. We're working up this channel right here for the ultimate. So getting health for performing the ultimate. A successful takedown. I hope to be doing that more often than not, and so that's extra health that would just get into the pool, but it also gets me up here. Primer duration 20%. I'm a primer. I took it. It also allows me access into this channel right here. We got strike and projectile for another necrotic ability, and it applies sundered. Of course, just trying to get other opportunities onto the field through the detonation. We got the critical damage here plus 10%. Always good. It's standard. Upgrade strike abilities now deals a guaranteed critical hit if the enemy has low health. I'm already stacking as much of that as possible, so that's a guarantee. We got bonuses to critical hits as well, and so that's going to, I think, compound a lot of damage bonuses and benefits we get off of that channel of build. And then we have perfect defense against necrotic. I probably will never use this because I don't use defense, but I need access down here. Necrotic damage 10%. I got a lot of necrotic abilities and putting necrotic on weapons and stuff like that, so it helps, but also gets me access here, which is the medium armor mastery. So critical damage up, sword damage up, right? Even if I never use perfect defense momentum, which is very unlikely, I still 20% and 20% is really good for the things that I always use. And then we have the necrotic fog here. Spending momentum deals 150 necrotic damage to enemies within 6 meters. So it's just an extra effect on the field. So it gets us up here. This is pretty straightforward. I'm getting adrenaline. I'll probably not remember to do that sequence of actions here, but it gets me access into the duelist. And then from the duelist, we got the necrotic. We got this necrotic ability here, the Murder of Crows, which is a substantial amount of damage. But then also here, the strike and control. I finally found out about control powers. I was always like last episode. I was like, I don't know what a control is. Don't know what the control is. Okay, now I know what a control is. It's tied to the type of the power. So it does look like a lot of damage comes out of this. Like deals damage up to 16 times with especially devastating final blow. Like I feel like with the extra bonuses that are coming off of the like bonuses to necrotic, bonuses to blade, right, bro? Like I think this is gonna go crazy. And then we have the concentration charge attack damage, another 10%. I do charge attacks a lot, whether they're light or heavy now. I like the feel of it. I like the look of it. And even if it's not well timed, I like the look of it. So I do it all the time. Upgrades control abilities. Hitting an enemy with a control ability permanently reduces their defense by 5. So the more often, I mean, it's only this power I have that I could see that was a control ability. So I got to increase the momentum so I can use this power more often. And so like I think it's one of those, like it's kind of good, it feels kind of low. I can always take this off and then put it somewhere else if I don't feel like I'm using it often, right? We got necrotic damage again for another plus 10%. Can't go wrong, right? And then we got the final chain here, Insidious Rot, Necrosis stack +1. We got the upgrade control ability, so and again to maximize the control ability I just talked about. I pointed this way for you. Control abilities release noxious fumes that apply necrosis to nearby enemies. Now you see that. You see where things are going, right? And then strike abilities deals 100% bonus stagger versus enemies suffering from an affliction. You see how all this compounds, right? So that's the build. I'm really trying to make everything like work with each other as opposed to just having a scattering of things here and there. I'm really trying to maximize it. Now I don't want to go too deep into this, but I will go to Davern because I feel like I'm going to have him on the team quite often. We have this power right here. I can just have her over here. So we got this power right here. We got an applies overwhelm. Overwhelm comes from the paired ally I put into this trio. Will have Overwhelm. I have 2 characters I sort of enjoy. But anyways, we'll look at that when we get there. We got Detonates Weakened. And then we have the Battle Cry because this is the one that is maxed out for the character right here. You can see the channel. So I went all the way up. It's crazy damage coming out of the Griffin. And then Lucanus is the other one I want to look at here. We got Applies Sundered. We got Necrosis ability here. All right, I didn't reset his powers here, but I got a Detonates Overwhelmed. I've got a Soothing Potion. I've got Grants Enhanced Damage, which I enjoy. I'll put that on 3rd. And I got Apply Sundered. So I got an extra person to apply Sunder in case I can't. And then I need, where did the other one go? Oh, we do this and this. Okay, so now we have Lucanus here. We have a Detonates Overwhelmed. We have an Applied Sundered and deals high stagger. And then I have the Enhanced Damage because I find that stacking that up is really good. It's just good. It's well timed. And then we have Balara. Balara is the healer. I reduced some of her healing. I took off points from here. I had her 2 points down this way, and I instead put it into this slow. I think the slow is coming in handy. Time slow again. When the effect ends, you gain 50 momentum. Again, just a way to increase the momentum. I'm sure that's for me. That's for it's for me, not for the characters, because I can't control the characters' momentums and stuff like that. They just have recharge rates. And then we have the electric, just because it takes a 150 electric damage. It's just extra. So why not take it? And then these ones are standard. And then this one is the electricity damage here, but detonates Sundered. So that's the combo there. If I use her and damage against barrier and then stagger 100%. So that's good. And then the last one that I can check right now is Harding, because I use her a lot. So we have up this channel here. I reduced some of this aftershock stuff. I still have this one because of the stagger plus 50%. I got damage versus high health, so she can chip away at stuff at the beginning. We got adrenaline rush, and I got one up here, so it does the when activated you gain 20% ultimate. Trying to get my ultimate back as fast as possible, but I went down this channel right here instead with her. So I got heavy draw, stagger plus 50%, cooldown -20. We got damage plus 20 on the heavy draw. I can't really control her. I hope the AI works through that. We got the detonation damage 25%. So this is really for me to get her detonation ability. Get someone to set up Overwhelmed, get her to detonate it, and then maximize it here with another plus 25%. And then this one, detonation causes Overwhelmed effect to be permanent. So effectively, every time this power comes back, she's automatically detonating it because Overwhelmed status stays on the enemy. That's how I read it. That sounds insane. She basically doesn't need anyone else to do the trigger here, the synergy. So there's Harding, and we'll leave it at that. I changed some equipment around a little bit, but not much. I think Lemaine's helmet I think might have changed, which was maybe, let's see, just important to talk about, because it was this one here, which is kind of cool. The idea that you can get another apparition in there to do necrotic damage, like fight for you. And it looks like it's like every enemy. I'm not sure. But it says when an enemy dies. Now, what if I'm attacking 6 enemies? Is that 6 apparitions that will appear to fight for me? Sounds kind of neat with necrotic hitting the field. It does look good. Defense would be higher. Ability would be higher. But it's a light helm. You see what I'm saying? So now this is a medium helm, but I get the plus 20 critical damage. When I unlock the next piece is plus 25 stagger with critical hits. That's insane because I've built the character for critical hits now. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And then we get 10% critical damage relative to Shadow Dragon's ally strength. I can work on that. And I just feel like it's crit beast right now. And how long did that take me? 14 minutes. I'll try to cut some of that out. Let's get on to the Emmrich quest. And as you've seen, we're just gonna go straight underground, huh? Yeah.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmrich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I like that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
I appreciate flair, sir.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here.
I gotta change the look of my armor, though.
I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Sure,
Toward that screaming.
Can I just see if you have anything I can take
in this
home
part of
as
the
a memento?
necropolis, Rook.
No?
The
Okay.
dead stir more easily than they should.
Lead the way.
Oh,
Or I'll lead the way.
wow.
You want to lead the way? I'll lead
I've
the way.
never
You'll
seen
lead the way?
anything
Okay.
like this.
Okay. Yeah, I got so used to the other clothing that this is throwing me off in the cinematics. But it's just a different thing to look at, you know, just to make it more lively. Visually.
What's that ahead?
Lively.
Strange. These halls should be
Sir?
under the protection of the bell.
Yes, the bell. Go. Bam.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
You want me to deal with it?
I spy trouble ahead.
You want me to deal with it? I can deal with it. There, it's done. Any other problems
It's
you
vital
want that
we
with?
discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
What the heck? Wait a minute. After I grab that, thank you. And that. I hope you don't mind, Emmrich. That I'm looting your halls, your great halls. Maybe I shouldn't be standing on stuff that he's throwing necromantic magic on. Oh, hey, Emmrich, hold on. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna come steal it later, anyways, Emmrich. I'm not doing anything new and outside of character. Keep going, keep going. I'll catch up. Ooh, this feels like there's something over here. Really, just go back to it. Follow the plot. Faster. Ooh, he can pick up his pace too. Good for him. Let's
Someone's
see.
barred the door and chained the sunken star.
Sunken.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
I'm okay with that.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these.
1,000.
They're mindless.
1,000.
You could control them.
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
Oh. Emmrich, don't take my kills.
Spectacular rope.
Damn, son. That would be the auto crit stacking that I just did. God damn.
Good work.
I don't even have to move into battle. Oh, that one accidentally hit the target.
Nice,
Oh,
Emmrich. You're quicker than you look.
no. Sweet.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits
Where
if
are
we
you?
unchain
There you are.
it.
Well, I see something I spy with my little eye. Boink. Boink. Emmrich? Okay, fine. Here, let me just do something real quick, Emmrich. I got this, this over here. I see it. I see it. Can't hide from me. Bam. I know. I could probably do this later. Maybe. Can I do this now? I cannot. Did I get damaged? I did not. Can I open this? I cannot. This? No, that's behind that door. I'm sure that's part of the next quest. I was just patient. Not patient. Patient. It's just follow the quest. Oh, wait. There's this right here. I'll take that now. Okay, Emmrich. I'm coming. Go ahead, sir. Go.
We'll need a wisp to unseal the
wisp.
doors
Shit.
leading out. Could you please find one and bring
God.
it here?
I did the whole
Okay.
cycle.
How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Yeah, don't say how at this point. That was weird. There it is. Part of me is like, I don't know how they would fix it, but I do, because this is like linear. Like, there's no way I could have done this without having already done this. So there's no point
Hello?
in saying how.
Wisps are the simplest
little
of spirits, but quite
disruptive.
helpful.
That's all.
Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
And here's the thing, narratively, if you want Emmrich to talk about what the wisps are and give context about wisps, then make this first. Make this come first. That's all. It's a quick fix. And don't explain it on the other side. Don't allow access to the other parts with wisps as a mechanic.
Doors
Yeah.
open. Where to now?
Just put it on
This
the
should lead
chart,
us to
man.
the upper chambers, where
Follow
we
the
can free the
continuity.
bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
That's all. Is that asking for a lot? Also, this is stuff that I really do feel like it would just, even if it's not caught in production, because I know this is all
So,
layered, right?
Professor,
Hold on.
Just Emmrich.
I should have stopped top
please.
walking.
you weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade.
Okay.
Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when.
Yeah, see, because now I literally forgot what I was about to say. I should just finish my thoughts. What was I going to say? But, oh, is that even if it's not something you catch when you're writing, because, you know, writing video games is not like writing a novel, right? It's not linear. There's a bunch of teams there's a bunch of writers, right, putting lines together for each of the characters, each of the interactions, each of the boards, and so they're kind of working in their own bubble, right? And so when you put all the pieces together, though, there really needs to be someone that tries to see how all of that fits in continuity. But even if that is missed, I feel like, you know, people testing, people going through the game, QA, like people who go through the experience, they should be taking notes. Like, I'm speaking pretty overtly, like when these things happen, it's just immediately like triggers as like hey, something doesn't seem right here. Even if I don't know how to express what's not right, I know something doesn't feel right, and then I can work through those thoughts. Or you could just be a QA person that just says something doesn't feel right here, and that's okay. I work with people like that. Something doesn't feel right here. You got to look into it as a product manager. That's it. So I don't know. I just feel like there's some layers missed, and there's a lot of years that happen. So maybe those notes got lost along the way, man. I don't know. 8 years is a long time, right? For a bunch of disruptions to happen. I think that we were talking about in the comments, right? So we can all speculate on why things happen, but it's hard. It's hard. 8 years is a long time, and if the teams have changed, it's even We don't know, right? We don't know. We'll never know. The public will never know. Hell, I don't think like BioWare or whatever will know at this point. Like, I don't know what's happened at my I have a pretty good memory at my organization, but it's still a scenario where like I can definitely not remember things that have happened years ago. Like, are you crazy? No. I don't know who's part of like Team X and Team Y. So yeah, imagine a video game studio that has probably way more people than on a team, right? Like than 4 or 8 or 10 or 12. It's probably like 100, 150, 200. Who knows? So it's hard. I need a wisp, and I think I might have. I didn't. I could swear that I did. Here, let's try that again. Okay, there we go. I did. I have 2 without. I didn't pick that thing up automatically though. It threw me off. Man, I'll take more ore, sure. Bet you're hiding something. Hey yo. Ah, man, just. Alright, take that. Wait, why are you still over here? Oh, I'm at. Oh, is my ultimate full? Jesus. I'm not gonna use it on mooks though. I guess I'll keep moving forward, although I do need a wisp, but did I come from here? I didn't come from here. I did. I did not. Shit. Oh no. Oh, thank God. That's my bad then. Okay then. So you don't want me to do that yet? Damn. Let's go back. Oh, no, no, no. I do have to go forward because he's over there. It just feels like a long way to walk back, but I suppose that is what we need to do. If that's where he is, right? Boink. Are you sure? Something tells me this moves the quest along. Oh, shit.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
What kind of magic
So Lewis
is
is back there.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Do I see a wisp back there? No. I'm going to try this again. Let's go back. Where's my crew at? Oh, never mind. Wow. I thought I had all... Like I had mine plus Emmrich. Okay. Where are you at, little guy? Of course I did. Of course I destroyed a bunch of relics. Okay. I don't see a wisp, so I do have to come all the way back here? That's a chest. Do you think they put it in one of the... You have to destroy this to get a wisp? No way. This feels evil to me. Like, you shouldn't be able to do this. Come on. Come on, man. I certainly do. I certainly do. If only there was a wisp I could spot. Man, maybe you do have to go all the way down that cold room, and then I'm doing that thing again where I should just move forward. I feel like it's usually by the area, you know? They're not going to make me... This feels like a plot-based thing, and I think I'm going to miss it. That was a big chest, though, man. Well, let's drop down and see what how big the map looks like, and I'll try to map it. No, see, I'm in another area, though. There is no way they're going to make me come back. Wait. Get past the despair demons. And this goes, wait. Well, we'll see. It's a, you know, I don't want to miss out on this like I did with the underwater prison, right? Like I got too far, and then this thing takes me out of the entire experience. Like I can't come back in here. Is this a wisp? This isn't a wisp. This is a thing. It's a palm thing. Oops. Oops.
Finish them all!
Okay. Oh wait, what's this? Little cubby hole in here. Nope. Just a little coward hole. Another one? Sure. Checking here. Still no wisp. I'll just leave.
Trouble over there.
No problem. Hold on. Bam. Sure. Or not. Oh, no, or not. I'm pretty sure I clicked my button. First. Oh, am I doing that thing again where my powers are different? Hold on. No. It's a 2. Whatever.
We've a fight ahead.
Oh, damn. Those bombs. Every time. Boink. And then I'll grab more of this. Hello? Is my E not working? Oh, yeah. 4 out of 4. Save that one for later. Still no wisp. And I feel like I have gotten to a point of potentially... Oh my god, wait. 3 more wisps. What the hell? I've seen no wisps. Was there a different way of getting wisps in this game? Pretty sure they just hang around. Sure, let's do it this one then. I'm gonna do this a different way this time, please. I'm gonna do this. And...
You got trouble on your right.
Oh. Damn it. No, because I can't do it. I can't do arrows where the goddamn... That's what.
Way to go, Emmrich.
Bastards. I'll take that, and I'll take that. Or not. What is wrong with my E key? What the hell is going on?
Need a wisp.
Thanks, bro. Alright. That is faster than swinging, just roll into it. Dark Souls style. Alright, maybe this outputs a bunch of wisps. I don't think so. Wait, what? I see. Well, that gets me this, but not wisps. That feels like a death down there, no? Or is this just another fight? I'm gonna just find out. Yep. Ooh, hey, no problem. I would like to do something.
Take it to them.
I will. Okay, that was that new power that I did completely wrong. Because I got so used to the other power that I was using. Shit. My bad. Is that just a bomb? Please stop. Please stop following me. Please stop following me.
For battle then.
Oh, I guess I can arrow it and it goes away. My bad. Investigate, sure.
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Oh. Is that normal? So we do have to go back. Which means what? Does it mean that wisps have appeared? No? Are wisps inside these jars? Like, I really... I don't want to shatter things just because, man. But... I just wish I knew. I don't know. Is it like these circle ones? I don't think so. Nah, man, they would show a wisp. Oh. Maybe we have to fight all of them.
On your guard.
I'm getting completely used to this all over again.
Time to finish this rubber.
Changing my powers around is a shit storm. Because I'm a creature of pattern habits. And god damn it. That's really hard. I see chests everywhere. But I can't. The hell is this now? Is it a wisp? Well, I'll be goddamned. I'm pretty sure that it is. How? Is there like a secret? No, they'll show me that I can interact with something. Over here. Look at that. That's great, man. Shit. Alright. Focus again. Here, yeah, focus. I'll give you focus. There, I do like that focus. Emmrich, where are the wisps at? I can't do this. No. It looks like something blows the sand away, maybe? Maybe that reveals a bunch of things? You know, well, let's just move on. I can't. I can't accept it. I think it's maybe hearing him say, we need a wisp, when I can't find any. It's probably the meta of it. It's messing me up. So let's just move on. Oh, unless it says I can't.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Okay.
Then I shall call for aid.
Emmrich. Emmrich. Did you not see me struggling? Could you not hear the frustration in my voice?
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Damn it, Emmrich. Damn it. Jeez. Well,
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
how many did you bring? Because I need 4. Emmrich, I need 4. Oh my god, wait. Oh. Emmrich. We're going back, Emmrich. If you could just call wisps this whole time. God damn it, Emmrich. Call the fucking wisps. Emmrich. How do I make it call wisps? Oh, jeez. Can I interact with this thing and will he call it? What the hell? I can't bring him into here, so it's definitely here, man. Oh, that's even more aggravating because it means I've done 2 cycles of this and found nothing. And I'm back to... Oh my god, wait, what's this? There's no way. No, this doesn't do anything. What are you, stupid? Oh my god. Wisps! Please, I need to move on with the game. Please, wisps! Where are you? No, this feels like another threshold. They're not going to follow me through this threshold. They won't do it. They won't do it. Oh my god. Why am I doing this? Just leave the treasure chest behind. I'm sure it'll pop back up, man. I'm Are you sure? Because like I lost the ones in the prison. Remember that? Remember that? That's what causes this. That's what causes this. Is that I can't go back. And I thought it would be a map that I could just return to. Shit. I can't have not seen it 3 times in a row. There's no way. I've missed like some place I can go to that I can't see it. I can't see it. It would be obvious. The glow of it would be obvious. It would be obvious. Oh man, Emmrich, why you gotta do this to me, bro? Like, just fuck. All right, we'll move on. Oh, I guess these ones appeared as like markers, though. I don't know. I don't know, man. Come with me, little guy.
Here's our second wisp.
Second?
Just waiting for us. Almost polite.
Fuck.
I assure you, good warden, not everything in the necropolis is as hostile as despair.
I
Take your
screwed
word for
something up. Not rebooted everything. Shit. Here, let them busy themselves. I refuse to let you distract me. I'm on a mission. I've lost the other wisp. Good luck. Well, yeah, no, I think I've ruined something. Like it's gone because I passed the threshold. Did I accidentally compromise the other wisp? Like there's like, oh yeah, no, it's gone. I would have left it here, right? Because I bounced right here. And it said second wisp when there was definitely not. Oh no. What have I done? Y'all keeping busy? Y'all enjoying yourselves? Go get him, Davin. Oh, little wisp. I'm gonna have to reset. I'm gonna have to reboot this thing. I think there's a glitch in the game. I refuse to believe it's my fault.
Can't do this without a wisp.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I certainly do. How do you get them back? Oh, shit. You mean just go over here? All the way over here? Was it always over here?
There's the last wisp.
Was it?
Good.
Are you sure?
Let's return to the door.
Here. How are you all still, like, dealing with these fools? What's wrong with you? Failures. Lazy fucks.
Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these
Emmrich, I'm
spirits
busy.
here.
You think a person's behind all the
hey.
despair demons?
How's that 1,000 to the face, bitch?
Mortals are their prime attraction.
Damn it. I don't have many of these. Bro, stop! Oh, fine. I'll do it this way. I'm trying to practice my arrow work, man. Y'all not helping me. You should be encouraging me. Get better at my weaknesses. Emmrich, I didn't hear a fucking word you said now. I was in the middle of a... I'll watch it in replay. Yoink. Most chaotic board ever. It feels so linear, and yet
Get ready.
I've managed to completely screw everything up. I would like to take off Big Boy here. Can I just get him? Oh, you son of a bitch, you got me.
Good work, Rook.
That was not that difficult.
Good job.
I expected way more. I really did.
They attack from a distance.
So do I. Wait for it.
Keep that up, Rook.
I'm angry.
Coming at range.
An attack from afar.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who's the jerk? There you are. Bam! When it
Beat the
works,
odds.
it's great. But man. And oopsie doopsie.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
In we go.
Oh, that will do it, huh? Huh. What? That didn't do it? Will these not blow up? Without hitting me, man. Alright, let's go look for some supplies here. Okay. Nothing here. Got something over here, so let's go get that. There it is. Yoink. Rare. Sightless skull. Interesting. I'll check that in a second. Ooh, this is pretty. I mean, it's not pretty. It's cool to look at. Not pretty. It's awesome, though. Because of how they did it. This is great. I love settings like this. This is my shit. This does not feel climbable. Okay. Hey, Emmrich, you know... wait, oh, there we go. Wait, right here? Here? Yes. Oh, man, this E key is really bothering me today. I don't know if it's like the movement key. That hasn't happened for 20 hours, though. Like, why is it happening now? How is me hitting the E key any different than it ever was trying to play so far? It's crazy. Can I jump this? Can and will. There's something... Oh, I see. Hold on. There's something down there, though, brah.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I have no idea.
I spent most of my life in Antiva.
Am I correct in guessing you're one of the crows?
At your service.
You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
There you are. Don't deny me. I said... that was because I wasn't touching it. Okay, can I do that with my beautiful dagger? Whatever. I meant to stumble. Where is this taking me exactly? Okay. Oh. Well, there's a bunch of layers I could have gone to right now, so... I'm not sure. That's a stumble. Oh, I see. One of those. Now we got a shortcut, so it doesn't matter. So this is for the treasure chest. Got it. I'm just going to go the fast way, please. Thank you. We got this one, another sand block. Maybe his power is to remove sand. Out of the way. I don't know. I got this here. Can I just do one of these? Whee! Yep. And banger and banger. Okay, I think I saw something over here, though. Too close. Too close. Let's see. We got that. I think we've cleared out what I can see. Maybe this does feel like a map we'd return to for some quests. So nothing to fear. Shit. Well, I guess we're going down. Oh, that's where we came from. I see. I see the error of my ways. Let's go. But once again, it's a map that really could get me lost. And generally, I do get lost in certain maps that get overwhelming with the different layers and textures and stuff. But not really with this game. Like, it's very clear when things loop in on themselves. Like, I don't think it's something. Like, it's the design of it isn't, because there's no repetition in the assets to. I was gonna say to some degree, not to many degrees. Like, it's like I don't see repetition, and so I'm able to maybe hone in on where I've been a lot easier because I don't see the repeated assets happening. You know. Now this one here, was that a slide down that I saw? I can't really tell. It does feel like this maybe goes away and opens up that doorway, or we go around after we open this door, maybe? I don't know.
Ah, here we are.
Feels like a puzzle that I
This
missed,
is where
though.
we'll learn
Oh, maybe
who
not.
summoned
There we go.
these despair spirits.
Actually, no, because
But
it's under
how?
us.
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Actually, we need them. Oh my god, stop it. Thank you. That's all I wanted. There. Whee. Hey, maybe I'm crazy, but my dodging was way faster.
This should unseal our final path to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's this magic bell do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Ring the bell, dead demons.
From the
Got
bell
it.
saw.
It also holds great significance on some of our equinoctial rituals.
You already sold me.
You've heard me complain about it too, so you've seen it in action. You've seen me. Like, my dodge is just not working. Now, did I change? I don't think I... Did I put the settings to... Oh, my lord. You think that was it? It was literally an artificial... It was an artificial lag on your ability to dodge? Because that'd be crazy. If they put a... If they put a timer on, like a what's called a refresh timer on your ability to dodge, that was extremely frustrating to me though, in gameplay. Whereas I feel like now, judgment lies with the dead. I would remember, like, there was I probably left it in where I counted it. I was like, hold on, let me just get through this. I was like, dodge 1 2, dodge 1 2, dodge 1 2, dodge 1 2, because I couldn't do this. I mean, when he does that twist, sure, but I wasn't able to do this, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm repeating myself. Because I don't think I'm crazy. And when he does that one, I get it. That's because you do two back-to-back like that. He does this thing, right? But, no.
Excellent.
No, that's not what I was
Approach
doing.
the body
Maybe I was because
and
I was
we'll
banning.
begin.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I don't know. I don't know. We're just going to move on. Let it go. Let it go. Jesus.
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst?
I just remembered Inquisition, my character, Somley, worshiper of flame.
Despair. Who brought it here?
He needed to be from Navarre for sure. Those
The
assholes.
Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
This way? Because it's the
What
only
did you
way I
just
see.
do?
Nope.
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Gift is one word for it.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Is there a light on one of the skeletons on the other board that I didn't see? That'd be embarrassing. Shit. Do I have to do something? There we go.
I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that hand of glory burns down,
So don't dawdle.
Awesome, man. This would be maybe another small example of a show don't tell moment that I don't remember Dragon Age really doing in their old games. Like, they would have shown us that we've seen a little cinematic here of them wrecking 3 slaves. And then we'd see the after effect, and then the story would kick off from there, like the encounter. That's my memory.
We
of
found
it.
those Venatori.
I don't know, man. Maybe
They
it's just
have
me.
no place in these halls.
My memory is like I'm actually wrong. My memories are wrong. I'm not gonna say. What's true or false has been many years, and so maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, is there a big one that I'd like to kill? The big one? Or the ranged person? That works for me. Point. Bam. How do you like my strong attack, bitch? Bam. That's fracking.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw
Power.
magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Well, sorry, I tripped. Hope you don't mind, Emmrich. Hope those weren't expensive. Yoink. Yoink. Okay. Well, you're. Oh my God! I almost left off the edge there. Good thing I used the wrong button. This right here can come home with us, and I can't go that way, so we are definitely going this way. I didn't even see it. Hold on. I got him. Oh, right in the back while I was in the middle of the attack. That's unfair, you son of a bitch. You dirty bastard. That's what you get. Never interrupt me again.
Keep it coming, bro.
Damn it, he's dead, bro. Wait for it.
Finish them all.
Ooh. Oh, this thing? Sure.
Well,
Did you
down
did?
one more despair demon.
Good. Oh, oops.
That's the last of them.
Oops.
I see someone in the crates.
Look at
I
that.
don't think they're Venatori.
Okay. Are they on Tom? Are they undead? Okay. Scrawled note, gone to the upper chambers to investigate a noise. With luck, it's only one of those lumbering Navarran corpses. What a sight. Throw my body to the flames like we do in the rest of the civilized world.
Hello. Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
That's why I love him. That was Somley's way. Inquisitor. Somley. No shame.
The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
Are each of those doors the red stones that we ran into? I wonder. Settles that. Anything for us to fight?
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Move!
Yes!
Did that blow up?
Kill them all, but save the.
Got it.
No problem. Oh, hey. There's a shielder. Bam. Wreck. Bam. That one took a long time to die, huh? Alright, moving on.
We've company.
Well, you take, yeah, bitch.
There.
Magic dodge. Oh, you wrecked. These ones don't stand a chance. Are you kidding? Wow! That really didn't. Oh, no, it killed him. It killed him. It killed him. All right, Jesus. Okay. God, I have to destroy everything around here myself, don't I? Those lyrium, yeah, those are definitely lyrium blades. Don't do the cinematic yet. I'm still smashing shit for free.
That's the
days.
last chain.
You must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
Perfect. Lower level. Can I can drop. Are you? Yeah, okay. Whee! Can I smash this now? I cannot. You are still powered up. No problem. Let's work our way around. Am I at 4? I am. We can have a crazy battle off here. There's a lot of these green jars. So this could go crazy. Let's see what happens.
Be
Big
ready.
boss.
The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's
Some
attention.
detonations, baby.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied
go.
while I work.
One door at a time, Emmrich. Actually, I haven't checked Emmrich's abilities, so let me check now. Actually, so applies to weakened, applies weakened, detonates. Perfect, man.
There's the Venatori.
Could have gone better. Do I have to come to you? Okay, fine. Let's go.
Nice move.
The Venatori brought
Next.
demons.
Typical
Good.
of them.
Bring him. Bring him. Oh. Thanks for all of them, bro. Here, they're gonna get wrecked. They're gonna get wrecked. Something tells me these are weak against necrosis because I'm destroying these, and it's not, you know. I could see them getting some, like, being easy because of the settings, but I don't think so because I have trouble with demons. Not trouble, but like, not trouble. They take longer. These ones are just, they're like nothing. Look, bam, bam, bam. Like, these are supposed to be the big ones, no?
Run! Quickly!
I saw it. Oh, this guy right here. That's okay. Just get past that. I got something for this demon. Hold on. I got him. Oh, look at that thing. It looks awesome. I got to see it before it got evaporated. Get your fucking shot off and get it over with. Bam. Yeah, y'all don't stand a chance. It's crazy.
You're halfway there.
Damn you. The hell. Damn you. No, I'm fine. Bro, I'm fine. No, I'm not gonna strike. Don't tell me what to do, Emmrich. I've been doing this a long. Actually, I need some healing. But what's great about this board is there's plenty of it. All right, let's see. You there? I can't see you. I don't take a shot. You there? Like, I could do detonations, but I can also have to do ease. There's like so many opportunities to just take them out off the field so fast, you know? The detonations are pointless unless they're bosses, in my opinion. I'm crazy. Like, it's just an extra swing, bro, you know? Just do the extra swing. Now, is there something else I gotta do to, like, make these stop? Or what? Emmrich, tell me something here. These ones are easy. Yeah, are they repeating themselves? Or are they duplicating some shit? The last.
Take him out.
Alright. Are we done? No. Oh, no. There's something else I'm not doing. There's got to be something I'm not doing. Is it these orbs? I don't think it is. Maybe it is. No, because they just keep coming back. Survive it. Oh, until the bell.
Emmrich, now what?
I see.
Now,
Just read the screen, man.
shows itself.
Okay,
It
cool.
worked. No more despair demons.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Well, they left their gold behind. It's dangerous to leave this stuff behind. It's going to encourage looters.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Is that a reference to Vecna? I mean, I thought they did one before, but no. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Are you a little wisp that I can grab? No? Okay, well, it looks like there's gotta be ways into these things. Oh, can I smash these now? I don't think so. That thing's powering it, which means I have to break it from the other side, I guess, right? I mean, I can talk to Emmrich. Maybe he does something. But there's definitely something behind these doors. Emmrich, next steps.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
No, there's so much loot down here, Emmrich. Shit! What if I never have to come back here?
Let me take one last look around.
Damn! Shit, map. What do you think? Does this look like a map I return to? It has to be. Come on, man. A little bit of a dungeon crawl. I mean, it's not an Olathan forest, that's for sure, right? Where are you? Right here. Yeah, behind that wall. Crystal's on the inside. Can I jump through here? That'd be crazy. Oh, come on. Michael, it looks like entirely doable. Is one of these not protected? And then it chain reacts the rest of them? No, that one's definitely charging it as well. Oh, can I shoot this one from in here? Come on, man. Come on, man. You coming through this door, maybe? I don't know. I guess so, because there's like a hallway. Maybe one of these connects in here. You know what? I'm gonna have to take a risk and just leave. And then I'll hear about it. And I'll deal with it on another playthrough, I guess. I don't know. I can reload. No, because I'll be way far. I'm further ahead than all of you right now.
Shall we depart?
I guess so. And hopefully we'll come back here.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Crossing fingers.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Well, hi. And thanks.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things.
The more the
Come,
merrier.
Manfred.
Unbelievable. They made him make sound.
The Grand Necropolis was at
jeez.
peace again, and Emmrich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person.
Oh.
Emmrich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Wait. I mean, there's only... unless they... I felt like it would have been a Plymouth. But, like, why? Unless there's a whole other character that they're bringing into this, introducing to this, but... Okay, we have... Drawing on his necromantic powers, Emmrich banished the despair demons infesting the shrouded halls and drove out the invading Venatori. Learning that malevolent ancient gods are causing chaos in the Fade, the professor joined the team to help stop these mystical threats to creation. Unbeknownst to him, the Venatori plot is the beginning of a chain of events that will lead Emmrich to a dark figure from his past? Emmrich, you want to tell me about anything going on? Where the fuck am I? Hold on. That's right. Go in here. It's their community area. Right. Where they probably have a store that you can invest in.
Lucanus, if you lose control of Spite, I'll have to put you both down. No hard feelings.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
Welcome to the team. Y'all should get to know each other really well because you're gonna be... Has the lighting changed in here? Am I crazy? You're gonna be on the same team often. But for real, what the hell's going on here? I feel like... No, I feel like I've entered a completely different building. Is it that now that... Oh, did he light it because he's got necromantic lanterns going out?
Rook, every time I think I've got a handle on how weird magic is, it just gets weirder.
Mm-hmm. What gets weirder is my memory, friend, because I don't remember things looking blue. I could be going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought I was literally in Navarro still, and I came out of one of their... Oh. You know, I came out of one of their areas, their hubs. That's what's crazy. Laboratory.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had
editions.
editions.
So it's that room we were in, no?
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
Like it best.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna tone this down. This is a relationship of respect here, man.
Early on, it mostly felt empty, but it's gotten more homey with each new person.
For all its grandeur, the lighthouse does seem meant for company.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
No way.
Oh.
But a few people might not get it.
Oh, I'd hope to make a good first impression.
Balara's excited you're here. Everyone else just has to get to know you.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, Manfred. Ay. Yeah, let's talk again. Because after I take your wood.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis.
The ones I couldn't
I'm not sure what
find.
frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Perfect. I got doors
Hauntings
open.
and scared wisps. Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Let's go. Let's keep this on track. Yeah. Bam. And I want to get those treasures. New exploration level unlocked. There we go. That's how it works. Just be patient, man. I also, man, oh man, should I risk doing it now? Oh, like reading codexes. I feel like I've got so much to read right now. It's gonna be extremely overwhelming. When I look at that screen, I can feel it. Oh, see, maybe it was like I was getting used to the light out here. Like I don't know, man. When I'm editing the next video, I guess I'll find out. Fly enhancements, baby babushki. Wait, what? Like again? What just happened? Like, what do you mean? Like, why is this popping up? And how do I stop? So confusing. Anyways, rank it up. I did have some weird sync issue with my Steam, where, but luckily enough, I didn't have that one, the 45-minute sync thing at the beginning, the compile. But the sync was not happening with Steam or whatever, and it didn't load the first time I opened the game. I got very nervous. Everything worked itself out. Thank goodness. This feels like... What's the cost of this? Ooh. It still feels reasonable. This might start to go away fast, but it's a stagger here, man. We're going to do it. Okay, and then we're looking at this armor in particular. I don't know. I'm going to... I don't know. 3? Okay, let's just do it. Why not? This, yes. Because hell yeah. Now that we're using this mask... Oh, I already got it really up there, huh? Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, that was... Okay. Burning... Hey, hold on. I might have just noticed something with the whole hovering bullshit that was going on. That might be gone. Wait, let me see. Pop. Was there like a micro update that happened to the game or something? I just complained about this like a couple episodes ago because and it disappears on its own. It doesn't just hover over the entire menu system. Huh. No, that's overdoing it. We also have, because now I'm running out of supplies. Oh, it might have just done it. No, it didn't. Let's see. Back and... Okay, this one stayed up. Let's see, it pushed it to the side. It's not hovering over the bullshit. I should probably not upgrade his stuff yet because I might find upgrades for him, right? That's the whole thing. So let's check his dagger for sure because it's stagger. And then let me just check. No, it goes away. So it was maybe a weird thing on my settings, I guess. How are these? That's okay. Those resources are good. And your sword is also totally doable. So boom, you're maxed out. Harding is another one that would be a good person to have on the team because of her setups, her detonations. So we'll do that, and I think this is the gear I put on her now, so let's get that as well. Davrin is definitely coming with us. And how's your armor doing? Wait, max level +6. Oh, we're still good. Okay, good. That's the thing, like, it really doesn't matter that you spend it on these because if they're wearing it, if they're finding the same item out there, it's just going to upgrade the stuff anyways though, right? So what happens when you find this gear out there but you already maxed out? What happens to the loot in that case? Does it just turn it into gold? I don't know. Balara, like for example, oh, that's +6. So it's like I can afford all of this right now. So who am I missing? Lucanus, Nev? Nev isn't with us, so she can wait. She can come back and act like a proper teammate. We have Emmrich. I need to look at his stuff before I get fancy. These are blue items though, and it's got stagger. I'd be hard pressed to see myself replace this. And as long, yeah, that's really cheap. That's it. Let's bring it up all the way. Bam. And this one does what now? Again, tons of resources here as well, so we'll just burn them away, even if it's wrong. It's okay. It's maxed out. It's done. We're moving on. Okay, and then what else? We have... then I have enchant. I hadn't even considered this. What does enchant do? Like if I take this dagger weapon, what? Oh my god. But wait. But wait. What am I paying to do this? I don't see the cost. I just see an enchant here. Do you just choose to enchant whatever you want whenever you want? Okay, let me pick one because I'm gonna have to trigger one of these just to see. It's got stagger on it. Let's go with maybe fire as a balance. Agile attack. I'm not sure what that means. Agile attack. Like crit? Why not just call it crit? Oh my god, stagger. Wanna find out? What did that cost though? How many times can I do this? Charged attack damage would be nice too though. God damn. I don't understand. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let's check this helmet then. Ultimate generation? Yeah. I'm just looking for boss killer stuff now, you know? Yes. I'm just going to go straight to ultimate. I better start learning how to use it right because I've been screwing up that because I'm looking at that area of effect that I was creating, the big bomb thing. But then the stored one goes out where it's so that makes me a little bit. Yeah, but it's necrotic versus physical is all I have to keep in mind. But if I want to go ultimate generation, I still don't see how did I pay for that? Is it under details? No. This feels crazy though. It really does. Momentum generation? Shit. I could be wasting points here without even knowing though. That's my problem. I don't know. Like, there's no way I'm wearing this shit. It says equip though. Like, it literally says equip though. It's common, man. What? I'm not wearing this shit. What are you talking about? Defense and ability potion. I'm not wearing this. Who's wearing this shit? What are you talking about? Physical damage stagger? Sure. Let's charge boat. No. Let's go with stagger. Oh, I did. Oh, that's right. It's got the icon on it. Okay. No, it does not. This right here. What the hell are you talking about? What? Oh, I have all of these that I can put onto things. These are the enchantments I've somehow found. But this is on my sword, but I can remove it and put it onto the bow instead. It's currently applied to another item. Applying it to a new item requires removing it from the current one. What do I lose? I don't lose anything. I just do this and we're done? Oh. I mean, this is kind of crazy. I was definitely not taking advantage of this, huh? Armor damage, berry damage, Jesus. Charge attack damage. What the hell? This is crazy. I guess I want stagger on this because I use that more than the bow, I guess. Oh my god. Charge bow attack damage. Yeah, I do that a lot. So with the bow, because it's a bow. What? This is crazy. Now I got this ability. That could come in handy. Area ability damage, max arrows, arrow regen. Whew. Oh my god. I got a lot of these abilities now. I got 2 of them. Not a lot, but I mean, I'm aware of them. So, sure? God. My god. Oh, that's even crazier for bosses. Shit. But this is like better for everything, right? So, god damn. There is no way I'm wearing that. I refuse to believe that nonsense. Open right now. Oh, that's like my normal clothing? Maybe because I'm oh, maybe. No. I was wearing the wrong armor this entire time. It doesn't matter. It wasn't a big, like, it wasn't a big scene, but shit. Didn't I have, like, I could swear I talked about having, what am I doing right now? There's a stagger thing I want right here. Max arrows. I don't know what hip fire means. And that's the, yeah, it's medium. Primer, duration, no. Resistance, no. Oh, it's the helmet. I'm thinking of the helmet. Hits against primed enemies generate an additional 1% ultimate and 2 momentum. That could come in handy, but I'm not sure it's worth the, it looks nice though. I guess it was this for the potion momentum thingamajig. Wow. Necrotic ability damage versus health needs unlocked, but god, look at that one. Necrotic damage goes up, that'd be crazy. We got necrosis damage versus enemies suffering for necrosis. What's this one give you? Weapon damage, final agile charge attack. Yeah, I do a lot of charge attacks, but 20 versus. Whew. Ooh, what do I do here? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll leave it for now, but that's good. Control ability damage, stagger from controlled abilities. Enhanced damage though. Enhanced damage effectiveness. But then I have epics. Tool ability, gain 25 momentum on a critical hit. 25% stagger from duration abilities, gain 25 momentum on kills with duration ability. No, I think you need to do that. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I need to redo that. Okay. And then why you lit up? Oh, what's this all about again? No, that's a no. Deal plus 40 added necrotic damage. Now that still feels right. And we have a new helmet. Defense ability damage up, and then damage versus health. Oh, I like the bonuses that this one offers. It's also a mundane though. Is it heavy? It's light. All right, let's leave that one alone as well. All right, I think I go with maybe just plus 30 defense. Healing received. Now I'm gonna go defense just because it seems straightforward and works. And then we have this All Mother's corpse. Cops. I did it again. Cops. Weak point damage, armor damage, berry, ultimate damage. For bosses? Detonation damage. Ooh, that's crazy too. So critical damage, take it off the other amulet. And that should do it. I just leveled up some more. I just made myself even more of a killer after that build change. Lantern's not on, lantern is not on. So we are, and Balara's lanterns are on. Balara? Not Balara. What the? Hey. Cleaning up the place.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter. Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition.
Pretty sure I've already heard
I
the name.
suppose she just works
That's
for the
the name.
Inquisitor now?
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in
It
years.
was in the Codex.
Oh, that's
Maybe it was the
intentional.
Codex.
When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thetis from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
That was a good short story in To Winter Nights. I really enjoyed it. There was like one that it's like the cook, and it's like all the ones that you'd go and talk to for things that you had to get done around Skyhold, and they had to go back to Skyhold to take care of a mission. That was really good. I don't want to spoil it. It was cool.
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others.
Did you just look at the camera, Hardy?
Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys.
Let's not forget Sarah, please.
If you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The Spirit Boy?
Oh, so you
Yep.
know.
I was just sitting on the walls one day,
Fair, told
and
you the
he
story.
asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Who stores eyes under their bed? I'm partial to a nice wall display myself.
Well, that's one interpretation that never occurred to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Aha, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
You help people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes. I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
And the Inquisitor's advisors, what about them?
Approvals for all 3 of those.
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
These are all callbacks.
Those small pink rodent things.
I got her a
What
nug.
for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So, did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Cook it. I mean, don't say that. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do
It was
miss
about
my
the people.
friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is
Why?
different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
That's what the Inquisition was doing, though.
There
We're
was
talking
some.
about.
What did you really think?
You just weren't
of
in the
them
inner
back
circle.
then?
Circle, you don't know.
Lonely.
Hardy.
He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
I don't know. He didn't present that way, though. That's the thing. People are interpreting him that way, but he didn't present that way. I never took it as that. Maybe you could have. It's an interpretation thing, though. But I didn't see it that way. Yeah.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get at all.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will.
Like distant or separate from
Maybe.
the
If you
current
help him.
reality, you know?
Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
I didn't expect such a long talk. We got 4 Harding approvals in that, if not 5. I counted at least 4 with that one. Damn. Can I drown in here? Let's find out. Sorry about your water. Hopefully it wasn't clean yet. Yeesh. Okay. That was a bit of a derailment. But I did get a lot of done right there. What I can do is... I feel like loading up an old screen just to see why I feel like I'm so disoriented by these blue lights. Even this room, I don't remember being so damn blue, man. Was it? Does this feel right? Like, I feel like it would be exactly this. Anyways, let me just see how bad this looks, because I've gone long with this one, and so I don't think I'm going to get down to the next piece. I can try to do it, but I just want to see. That's not what I wanted. Library. We're at 28, and we got missives. Oh my god, that's what I mean. Let's check Elven People real quick for one. Lost in time. I thought the rift had taken me to another part of the forest, but I was wrong. I am lost, not in space, but in time. Following the river to find my way, I came across the crooked willow, several meters away from the bank. Did you know the river had moved? I will make my way to Demeda's crossing. Perhaps there is already a settlement there, and someone who can help. Marin. Scribbled below. The forest toys with us. I found this in a leather pouch buried beneath the willow. 2 days after Marin went missing, the pouch was a gift. It was new. Now the strings are crumbling. This is his writing, but on aged deerskin. Mana Shiral Lathalin. I hope you found your way. Erlen. Time, space, displacement. There's only one in there. That's what I was afraid of. And we got the Morn Watch now. Because as we encounter them, you gotta catch up on this stuff, man. From Davrin's journal, name me a griffin. There's one griffin, this little guy, Lancet and Remy. Hadn't given him a name yet. They wanted to wait for the griffin's personalities to emerge. That's what I do with my pets. They name themselves. Something happens. I'm like, your name has now been chosen by you. And he was still finding his way. But I've spent some time with him, seeing what he can do. I've been watching Lancet. Put him through his paces in training. He's a little slow on the uptake, but he's fast in the air. He loves to jump right into the fire. And I've given him fire attacks now for some reason. No, I was going to, but he's got one attack that actually does fire damage. Not sure how he pulls that off, but it's true. There's a courage about him, a purity. I suggested we name him Asan. It's Dalish, roughly translating to arrow. It seems to suit him, and they agreed. So that's official. If I do nothing else in this life, at least I could say I got to name a griffin. On ginger root truffles. I don't know why a half eagle, half lion likes truffles, but griffins can't resist them. Asan's brothers and sisters all went wild for them, and now Hassan is carrying on the family tradition. I asked Harding what's so special about them. She didn't know, so we did what any good mage or alchemist does. We both tried a nibble. Alchemist? See, this is where I think everything's getting twisted, right? Well, any good mage or alchemist. I thought he was calling her an alchemist for a second. But a mage or an alchemist is neither of what Harding is. Dagna is the name they're looking for here. We both tried a nibble. The taste of ginger was overwhelming. It's too much, yet Hassan gulps them down. I guess it's like broccoli. Some people love it, but those with working taste buds avoid it. Emmrich mutters something about brewing it as a tea to enhance any magical properties, but I'm not in a hurry. As long as the ginger wort keeps Hassan happy, I won't question the reasons why. Now, this one would have had to only have appeared when we got Emmrich, but this is about the ginger wort truffles, which happened before we got Emmrich. So where would this have appeared? And then it's like it's not in continuity with the ginger wort event that we had with Davrin. So this one feels weird to me because it mentions Emmrich. From Davrin's journal, my younger days. Hunting for truffles turned out to be a chance to get to know Rook better. It also got me thinking about my younger days and how I haven't spoken to my clan in a long time. They didn't understand why I wanted something more than a traditional Dalish life. I guess I was stubborn and bullheaded and figured I'd go show them as I ventured off to find my fortune. Since then, I've kept my distance. That's on me. Maybe I've been feeling guilty, I don't know. But I do know I miss Uncle Aldrin. Talking about him with Rook got me thinking about my days as a kid in our Lathan forest, racing Aravels through the forest, following hidden Dalish trails to secret waterfalls. It all gave me a taste for adventure I never outgrew. Griffins are real. Like every Grey Warden, I've heard about griffins, the tall tales, the stories of legends, the roles these animals once played in our history. And like every Grey Warden, I've wondered what they were really like. And we've got statues of them all around Wysop, but that's not the same thing. Today I actually met one. The first warden said I was being assigned to a secret project out in the Anderfells. I'd never have imagined it would mean I'd meet real-life griffins. Lancet and Remy hadn't gotten used to them, but the shock still hasn't worn off for me. 13 of them. 13 secret miracles we need to protect at all costs. I still don't understand how they came to be, but somehow I'm part of it all now. Griffins' extinction. I mean, going through the Grey Warden histories of the griffins, something isn't adding up. They're part of our order for centuries, and then one day they aren't. There's vague talk about blights taking their toll, how eggs weren't hatching and their numbers dwindled, but they'd already survived earlier blights without trouble, and why would eggs stop hatching? Which means something happened, but I can't find any details. Did they get sick? Was there some sort of disease? More than a few records around that time are missing, and I can't find anything about how many eggs hatched, which I'm sure they are meticulous about. There's a missing piece in all of this I need to track down. Yeah, there's like a macro piece of history that's missing out of the whole lore was the thing I tagged into, which is what I was trying to unravel with my notes, but or like not unravel because I don't think you'd have to speculate on what happened between, but like there's an event that for me is what happened in between. Like the history is missing for a reason, and then stories became the new history, and on this world, stories can literally become true. So I believe like the Fade has. And the Fade and the Fade, like the spirits, denizens of the Fade, and the dreams, right? I think all of that is intertwined. And so I think I talked about that in my past playthroughs. It's like, this is cyclical, right? Like the things you think about impact the dreams, and the spirits then are impacted by the dreams. They get informed by it, and because they become what they're informed by, they can then propagate certain ideas through dreams of other people. Because in this world, you can pretty much have ideas spread in the sleeping world. Like that's how I took it. That's how I still take it. Anyways, so stuff like stories in history, like stories becoming history, is like, yeah, the victors tell the stories, and then the stories become truth. And that's why all of the unreliable narration that comes out of the codexes of Dragon Age, that's the fascinating part, is that you're getting the perspective of the culture that's telling the winning part of the history, you know. But all of that can get entangled when you hear it from a different perspective, and then it's like, which one's the truth? Well, history will go away, and the future stories will tell the new history. And so I think it just keeps overwriting itself. Did they get sick? Blah, blah, blah. Which, okay, now, okay, tracking it down. Okay, good luck with that. And then we got Griffin training. My first week at the Airy, and I keep thinking that I'm sure glad Lancet and Remy are in charge of the training. These Griffins are a handful. A rolling, flying, screeching, always hungry ball of feathers and chaos that never stops squawking or pooping. That last one is no small thing. 13 Griffins all pooping here makes an incredible mess. Lancet just shrugs and says, Wysop could use the fertilizer. Sure, as long as I'm not the one hauling it away. I'm here to guard these animals. I've tagged along on a few hunting runs against lone darkspawns in case things get out of hand, and I admire Lancet and Remy's patience. It's going to be a while before these griffins are the warriors of old we've read so much about. Wysop. Joining up with Rook means I won't be going back to Wysop anytime soon. I doubt I'd be welcomed, not if the first warden caught wind of what I'm doing. Well, he will. I'll miss the old fortress. It's cold, damp, and drafty as a canyon, and so vast it takes months to get your bearings, but it's home to Grey Wardens, and it's the only home I've got. Wandering the massive libraries of books I'll never read, getting bruised and battered while sparring in a training yard, smelling the latrines in the summer, freezing in our bunks in the winter. It's all pretty miserable, yet just as exhilarating. Wysop is over 1,000 years old. Its armies have fought and won blights, and its banners have never fallen. It's the beacon in the darkness that keeps evil at bay. Thedas would just be a world of ruins without its protection. I don't know that. The Gloom Howler. It's my first week posted at the Griffin Eyrie. Whatever's stalking Grey Wardens isn't human or a dwarf or an elf or anything I've heard of before. Whatever this monster is, it's smart enough to target wardens. It's already killed members of our order, and now our commanders are worried it's going to strike the Eyrie. We have to stop this thing before it does more damage. I've been told if the Eyries attack, protecting the griffins is my first priority. We can't lose these animals again. If we can draw the Gloom Howler out, even if we don't kill it, I'm hoping we'll have a trail to follow. No part 2. Warden, every warden's journey. There's a joining the call. I've read this one. Perfect. The Morn Watch. Let's get at this one now. Emmrich, note to Harding on souls. Note left on a thick book. It wasn't a silly question at all. There's an enormous difference between a spirit and a soul, but the metaphysics are rarely taught outside mage circles. A soul is the richly numinous force within every living being. You and I, our companions, our opponents, all possess a soul. When we slumber, it slips into the fade, our most intimate connection with the land of dreams. So I'm saying, a spirit is an entity formed entirely in the fade from raw magic. While both dwell in intangible regions, a trained mage will never mistake one for the other. I found Kravitin's Dialogue of the Outer Reaches to be the best starting book on the subject if you'd like to pursue his absolutely gripping theories on autogenous liminality. Misconceptions about the necropolis. No one has more respect for the Brother Genitivi scholarship than I, but his writing on Navarra details very little of the practice of the Grand Necropolis. The more I travel, the more I'm convinced these elisions have led to unfortunate conclusions by people of less than generous imagination. For example, we do not lock up our dead to pound fruitlessly against their coffins in the dark. Our departed lie in peaceful state or even wander. The undead tableau are loving constructions, not dress up with corpses. And in the event a malign spirit causes a disturbance, we don't simply throw them in a tomb and toss the key. Sometimes I think Warden Davrin crafts these questions to tease me. Complications in the Veil. The Veil, our immutable eternal barrier against the fade. Or so we thought. There has recently been a great weakening in the Veil, thanks to confluence of magic in the south we've yet to understand. What scant information we have paints a chilling picture. The Veil may be undone permanently, either in large part or as a whole. We cannot give way to panic. Should this threat be real, someone must be prepared to answer. If the Veil falls, thousands of lives, all we hold dear, will be swept away. I cannot say what would take their place. Note from a lecture by Emmrich Volkaren in 942 Dragon to a council of Chantry scholars, nobility, and Navarran maiden. Let me just do something real quick so that I don't get confused later. Don't know why it would do this. Yeah, it's every single time still. Okay, just keep saying it out loud. Maybe it'll go away. Miscellaneous. We have Marnus Pell, a paper from the Tevinter city of Marnus Pell. One item encircled. Scandal struck the household of Magister Pomonius as elder son, and their Sorokin has been found dead in what appears to have been a venatory ritual gone awry. Rumors in the household speak of escaped slaves and stolen artifacts, and some are suggesting that the death was due to venatory infighting. A visibly angry Magister Pomonius declared his son innocent of any wrongdoing and blamed elven thieves for the incident. A note written in the margins by Charter. Vea and I were in the neighborhood. The artifact is safe. Doesn't seem related to your work. Assume every noble Tevinter family not with shadow dragons has Venatori pulling the string. Charter in Verantium. Fighting between Tevinter and Antom forces has calmed down, with Tevinter reclaiming a lost town after the Antom cannons mysteriously failed. The town is now safe, and former prisoners are being treated for their injuries. Sadly, several war mages were killed, retaking the city, reportedly victims of Antom assassins. A note written in the margins lays, Marius, Tessa, and I paid a visit. Venatori and Antom might be serving the same god, but they're not knowingly working together and are easily enough to turn on one another. What the hell? The same god, though. I figure like one might have been one and the other one, that kind of thing. Two gods, but then like they're not communicating because maybe a power struggle with the gods themselves, but I guess not. Charter in Solace, a paper from Tevinter City of Solace with one item circled. The silent festival will take place this year. After cancellations the last few years from concerns about Anton pushing east from Paravantium, local organizers have confirmed that Navarran mages will be coming to help celebrate the lives of those recently lost with visions of the Fade. The festival will include feasting, dancing, and seances. As the veil is expected to be quite thin from the spiritual energies, miners with magical talents should not be left unattended. Lace, we investigated thoroughly. It really does appear to be a coincidence that the city shares a name with our mutual acquaintance. Seems like it should have some connection, but no, had to be sure. Solace, I don't know. Okay. Ooh, the Inquisitor thingamajig icon. I'm assuming you got my last message about Varric. We're adjusting with Rook stepping up. What? Oh, he's injured. We're still searching for answers on the Elven Gods. We released Solace remains contained and less of an immediate problem. How is the situation in the south? Has there been any activity related to the Elven Gods? What about the Antom? They seem entrenched in Antiva, though any increase in the number of scouts might signal them getting ready to move. I'm still receiving letters regularly from my ma, so I gather Ferelden is far enough away that trouble hasn't reached it yet. What about Orlais or the Free Marches? Please respond as soon as you can. The usual channels remain open. Letter from Solace to Gillenane. I have seen your creatures. Some are beautiful, some are horrific, but all are brilliant. I can understand how such incredible achievements could make one feel like a god. Perhaps that explains the terror you have caused and the transformations wrought upon those unable to defend themselves. But you must know that you are not a god. You are a mage, and a title from the Evenurus cannot alter that. If anything, joining their ranks will bind you to their political will. You could make creatures to protect our people from the Evenurus. Why debate yourself and threaten our people by joining them? Of course I know why. I hope you gain peace with Andruil. Ooh. You would not be the first to sacrifice your morals for love. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to go back to pull up some information on this. There was like one of the gods. There was like a love thing that went wrong, and some dude gets killed. And then there's like, she feels betrayed. Was Sarah the one that told me this lore? I forget who it was in Inquisition. We got this lore in Inquisition though. And then she's like, I think she's got something to do with like the. So I was working on some lore tied to the Void. Does that sound familiar? And there's like, I had something that was separating the, because there's like the Veil, there's the Fade, and then in my head canon I was like, there's got to be something like the Void. There's gonna be the thing that exists beyond the Fade. And so the scenario there being is like, I was trying to connect in the things like the Forbidden Ones or the Forgotten Ones, or if those were the same thing. I got that mapped out to some degree, but the idea of like whatever those things are, I'm thinking like Eldritch. The Eldritch side of things is like it would happen a layer beyond the Fade, the more primal area, and that primal area could be influencing the spirits that became the demons, that became the powerful, almost like mage demons, that then would become the Forgotten Ones, or that kind of thing. Like they were beyond the Evenurus even, right? But there was something like, there was almost like an underworld journey. I think it was Andruil. Does she come back with like something with like, she pulls back the Void with her or some shit? There's some crazy lore with this one, man. And it's like, I don't remember it really getting explored beyond like this, the fable of it or the myth of it. But man, there's some implications. That's what I'm saying. And then I think I was stringing that together with like Sarah to some degree. I was working on something there for a bit. Anyways, I could be saying a bunch of bullshit that doesn't make any sense. It could be wrong, and I'm not gonna look this up before I put this online. So I'm sorry. Don't spoil me if I said anything wrong, and it could influence my thoughts on this game. I guess be careful. Just be careful, because I may not know what I'm saying. They vanished the fort. Okay, hold on. Shoots, glows. Oh, maybe will it just tell me here, and I should have just kept reading. Let's just hold on. This craft symbol is common. Woodmaker. Where did I get the Andruil? Hold on, I got confused all of a sudden. I'm going here to the forest. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Yeah, crazy. Okay, the memories of forest. Oh, I got an idea for this one too that came it was probably earlier this session, but I didn't say it out loud. Maybe I'll try to remember it. This carved symbol is a common wood maker. Examination unveils a scrapbook of memories drawn from forests in the real world. Seasons flicker past in moments of green and gold, blossom and ice. The brief lives of animals are tiny compared to the inexorable stretch of roots and the rising crowns of branches. One memory stings painfully as shout goes up and strangers armed with magical fire move in the night. Figures flee between a burning sky and blackened trunks, crying for justice. They vanish, and the forest swallows any trace. Shoots grow from the ashes, and wandering hala tread long bones into the earth. The memories fade. It's like what happens in a forest. The forest will just like grow over it, and it grows off of death, grows off of like, it just buries history. Some tied to the wood creatures, the spirits that get turned into the wood things that we've been seeing in the game. Now that we have that bridge, I made a connection with, like, my brain was like, while I was playing, I was going down this like thing, the La La Land of like the Sylvan woods, right? Like the dryad there, and how do we have creatures like that in this world, right? Well, the trance, to some degree, we already know it was like spirits that go into the trance and stuff like that. But then the dryads, or whatever they are in this world, because I think was there only one? There was only the White Fang. Anyways, and the idea being there is like, it's like it creates this continuity of concept. And I'm thinking of like a way to present this in a way, maybe in the future, and maybe a lore video or something, where I have a couple of these continuities of concept that go between a couple different ideas, the creatures in the game, concepts, but how you get them to go from they're like the most primal point of the idea to the what we've seen in the game, and there's sort of like a sequentialism to the evolution of that idea as it evolves in this world, because again, ideas can become manifest as physical things, and they can transform things. Like, I wonder if they could be connected to what we've seen with the Solace memory now, that something happened, they get turned into these, they get woodified, the spirits get woodified, but it's like, what if those spirits could get pulled out of the petrified, it's not petrified because it's not stone, woodified condition, and then they become living beings again, like dryads. We've seen this with Cole, so it goes back to like, if Cole could do it in that way, he could become human flesh, then why couldn't these spirits become dryads, a mix of like nature and living flesh being and something like that. So it's like nature manifesting as something that's realer, like not real, in physical, that's in the physical world. And that's, I think, the distinction between, I think, where this lore is going, and it could be evolved, it could be explored and evolved, I think, in a more cohesive way. Maybe we'll see what the game does, and then I'll add to it as I go. Monument of Humility. This monument has been methodically destroyed. One of the shards show a victorious elven general written firmly across the smiling stone face of Veilfire runes. Here is the folly of Marinadis, dreamer and defender of Arlathan. He broke the ragged blades of the hungering brethren. He laid the head of the moon-bred serpent at the Vunin gates. In his arrogance, he thought to claim these crossroads for the glory of Arlathan alone. Upon these peaks, he set these monuments. But he returned to find Arlathan lost and his people scattered, and those who sheltered the stranger and fed the hungry were greater heroes than he. Here is the folly, and here also the lessons. Pride bears us to the heights, and pride casts us from them. See, me having not read this where I might have picked it up is now completely disoriented, right? I don't know the point of this codex entry. I don't know what it's trying to say in the broader tapestry of lore that this game is providing. That's not an alteration of something in the past or adding on it. Like, I don't know where I got this, so I don't have the context. A monument to humility? I'm not sure. This is a lot of stuff that I can't put together because I don't know. I don't know what the Vunin gates are. I don't know what moon-bred serpents are. I don't know what hungry brethren are. Are these werewolves? Are these dragon men? Are these, like, I don't know what this is. So, but maybe that's the point. It's like lore that becomes ambiguous, but I don't think this game is going down ambiguous territory. It's really trying to close a lot of gaps, right? It's trying to tie up a lot of loose ends. Let's move on. Elegy to a Dead Spirit. Sketched on living bark, these Veilfire runes impart the sensation of both ancient dignity and piercing grief. That which is ephemeral changes the ephemeral in others. The light of being never goes unseen. Far sown memories remain, though you are no memory. What endures now has no name, save yours. Kind of like that poem that Belle ended up remembering, which has a word or a sound, the same sounding word as something that has come up. I forget it now. I forget the word. But anyways, that came up as the thing that Harding heard. That has implications. I'll talk about it now since I'm in Codex territory and I've passed the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna have to cut through this. So I'll just talk my way through the memories that are coming back to me. Like, that being meaningful is because it was an old, because I just finished editing the episode, so I knew it would, like, I would remember it when I re-edited it. It'd come back to me, like when I was like noted. The noted is because it starts to reinforce some of the ideas I had about the very origins. And we're talking the proto-history of Thetis is where I've been trying to get at, and that all happened because of Descent is really where this all started to kick off, because it shuffled up what the continuity of timeline really was, or the timeline itself got messed with, which now where I'm getting in a couple codex entries here is that there's obviously time anomalies happening now, right? The rivers has changed, the parchments that the dude was writing on was more aged. Like, there's obviously something maybe screwy with time, and that's why there's like thousands of years missing in Thetis history. But it's important that she says that was an old poem that has that line that was oh god, it was something to do with like emptiness with nothing or something like that. I forget. It was like, I feel empty but of shit. Anyways, I've recorded it, I noted it so that I could go back to it. But it doesn't matter what the words were. It's the concept is what mattered to me, because what it's suggesting is that the elves have a word that is based on a previous word that would have come before the ancient elves had this word. So this concept comes from something that would be dwarven, because the dwarves have the word. Not really dwarves, the proto-dwarves, or the post-Titans. So, like, again, that's where the continuity happens. Like, Titans would have had to exist. Titans would have had to have made the dwarves, or dwarves came from it somehow. They got manifested the same way that elves maybe got manifested from the Fade. And this is my subjective perspective on the lore. And then that ancient proto-dwarf culture had a word for that, because something must have happened to the Titans. We know they're dormant. We know they're in they're in the world of Thetis. They are probably the world of Thetis, like, because they're under the ground, but they're all meshed in. Like, maybe something happened where they all just amalgamated into the land itself. Like, I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying that I think it's explicit. I don't think it's symbolic. And then it's like, if you take that empty and whatever that phrase was in that poem, because I don't remember the right words, but the idea of it being that there's nothing left there. So was something removed from them? Was that, here's where I'm going to go into crazy territory, and maybe people will skip all of this and they'll just move on. So those who have stuck around, you'll hear some of these, you'll hear some more of these like quirky theories. Is like, because I might have mentioned it a couple episodes ago, right? My theory was that the Titans themselves were the world. They became the world, or whatever they were. They were the physical representation of whatever the Fade part of the world. Let me backtrack. The Fade. Imagine the Fade like spirit, because there's spirits in the Fade, right? Now switch that around. Imagine the spirits. So the intangible was the Fade. Those ideas are completely cohesive as this primal idea that I've talked about, the hierarchy of ideas, right? The proto ideas, right? Is like, imagine the idea of spirit, and now imagine the idea of physical form or physicalness. So then you have the Fade, and you have like primal. I don't have a word for it because I'm thinking about this crap on the spot. But think about like the Titans being the body of this concept, and the Fade being the spirit of this concept. Now you have body and spirit; they come together. But what if you split them apart? What if that's the first thing that happens? Right? There's some sort of like schism or cataclysm that happens, that something splits them apart, and then that you get the dormant, the physicality goes dormant, but the intangible sits on top of this, okay? But that intangible idea starts to manifest a new physical, which is like, it's like the idea is taking a new form based on the new substance, the spirit that gives these ideas form. And then it's like they have to create a new reality of the idea of realness changes, because the Fade is now sitting between this. These two things must be separate though. And I was thinking of another way I was taking notes on this to try to think through this, is that like, I imagine it with the 4 traditional alchemical symbols, right? You got air, earth, fire, water. And I go, what if you could like do something with that? Like something like that's going on. What if like the primal energies are like the 4 elements? They all exist as the Titan form, right? And so And then you take like the intangible. I forget what these properties are. The philosophers have used this as well. There's different terms for these things. But anyways, there's like something like, what if you split those two things? Could that exist? And like both of them have to come together, and both of them together create the races that we know. And when I think of the races on Thetis, there's 4 of them. You got the proto-dwarfs, which would be like gnomes, the gnome idea of the elemental spirit of Earth. And then you got the air elemental spirit, you got sylphs. Sylphs, you got spirits, air, elves, pro-elves, right? And then you got the, well, what would be fire and what would be water? Well, I would say that water would be human. They're the most adaptable. It's the idea that they're the most chaotic. they come into Thetis and they start to move all the crap around, and history starts to evolve around them. That's like water to me, you know, to some degree. They flow around the concepts that come before them. I don't know. That's the proto idea of them. I don't know, the Avar, like all the barbarian tribes that existed before them, and all of those tribal fights, and you know, all flowing. Okay, so then and then fire. The Kunari. And when I think of Kunari, I'm like lizard men. So the proto Kunari might have been the lizard men we've seen on walls. They must have come from something. Maybe they come from dragons. And then I think, well, what are the dragons, right? Because there's a comic where. Oh man, I think it's like, I forget. I think it's in the. I forget was it volume 2? There's one where Alistair goes back and meets his father. I think that was a story that it happens in. But you see dragons in the Fate. Or again, I don't remember the details of the story, because part of me was like, I don't think this is just the Fate. I think this is something more than the Fate, and it exists on the same plane as where I kind of see the idea of the Titans existing. Is that there's another thing where the dragons are there. I'm like, and there were a lot of them. There wasn't just a few of them, and so part of me is like, there's not that many dragons on Thetis though, but they're here. So are they hiding here? Are they just part of this actual reality exists for the dragons to exist in, but then they kind of come through the idea of these dragons as what they are, proto-dragons, whatever you want to call them. They come through and become manifestations on the surface of Thetis. They become the archdemons. They become like the dragons, the drakes, and all that stuff. But in the sphere, wherever they existed, they were in that the proto-plane space, right? In my opinion. And I started thinking of them as, what if they're an immune system? Right? What if they're an immune system? They're not good or bad. They're neutrals. They're neutrals. But they exist as an entity, like a primal entity, is how I was going with the dragons. Man, I deviated big time here. But anyways, that's my macro level idea of what Thetis was. I've been working on it. I never turned in anything, but that's what I'm thinking so far. So that the Titans are coming back into this plot intrigues me, because I want to connect the pieces. And if they do it, cool. I guess I'll say cool to it. But part of me is also going, the flexibility of this setting to allow for fan speculations was part of what made this setting special for over a decade, right? Is that fans could go off the rails and just come up with other ideas behind things, you know? I don't know. So when you start to intertwine things and make it very neat and in this like neat package, it just, because like, what if the Fade was like the separating, you know, it's like the, like to expand on this, if like the Fade existing, if the veil existing was to separate or be between the Fade and the physical world as it exists today, then okay, so now imagine the veil as being an orb around these, again, infinite direction ideas, right? And so this is hard to conceptualize. I'm a big fan of Planescape. This is why this sort of stuff goes through my head. Relatively simple, but like imagine it as an orb. So you got the proto orb, you got an orb around the orb, which is the idea of the realm of ideas or dreams, and like things where like the insubstantial can manifest as spirits or demons or souls in this fate, like all of that sort of the intangible. And then you have the third globe around this thing, the infinite globe around these other infinite globes, where you have like Thetis, you have the physical realm, you have the things where things manifest as things that are physical and they can interact with each other on the physical plane. And then you have the if you think about these things as globes, and now you have like the veil, which would be like a skim, like a layer. Imagine like the ethereal plane or something like that, where like there's a layer between that second globe and the third globe being Thetis. But you have that middle globe has been split, right? So then I go, yeah, but if the veil is wrapped around the middle globe to separate that, to kind of create a barrier so that the middle globe doesn't become the top globe. Because on this world, the middle globe was the reality. The third globe happens after the veil happens and splits these things, like splits that middle globe. It carves out the top layer of the middle globe. Am I conceptualizing this right? So it kind of remains like Thetis is like a skim around the Fade, but the Fade is actually what the reality is for this world. And then the proto, the core of the Fade, it needs to be that primal component. And to me, But again, these are all infinite concepts. But the primal component, what if the primal component itself is that the globe, the middle globe, the Fade globe, is not just that the veil went around the outside of that infinite globe, is that the veil also went around the inside of that infinite globe that's around the primal sphere, if that makes sense. These are all infinite. So it's like, but you gotta, like, what if there's 2 layers? Is that the fade is actually like, it's turned into a ring. So, but it's not a ring because it's a globe. Imagine a hollow globe. Inside the hollow globe is that other primal globe, but the idea being that there's actually 2 layers of protection. Like the Fade itself is actually separating both of those layers, and that's why the Titans have been separated. They've been pushed dormant into that primal space because they haven't been able to, because they've been cut off from being able to influence the Fade. So they have to kind of go. It's like, so people can only learn about it, but it's all history, and all histories are, again, where do they exist? They exist in the Fade. So the ideas still exist in the Fade because the spirits are still there, and the spirits exist as ideas. And as long as ideas keep getting told as stories, then the stories will keep on manifesting the ideas to perpetuate, right? And so the idea of the Titans still exists, but the less they're talked about, the less I think real they become. So they get more and more suppressed in that primal middle, that primal center globe, the core globe. Maybe that's a better term for it. And so I'm wondering is that if we start to break through, if the veil starts to go weak on the Thetis to Fade layer, imagine it starts to go weak in the core primal layer where the Titans are and the Fade layer. Now, if you start to break that apart, well, now the Titans have a chance to come and influence the Fade. If they influence the Fade, they're obviously going to influence Thetis because Thetis sits on top of the Fade. So there could be something like that they could be playing into. But then what cut that off? Well, probably something to do with Solus, I was saying, the gods and the prison. Like maybe that whole thing created, again, that area around that space. It's both on the surface level of the Fade and the sublayer of the Fade. All infinite concepts. So work that out. But then the core has been separated. So if you break into that, yeah. So if the veil starts to decrease, yeah, I've been talking off the cuff here, so maybe that made no sense, and I've been going on for about 15 minutes. So I'll see if I can cut that into something sensible for all of you. My throat is actually dry after that run. Holy shit. Dead spirits. Was I going to talk about anything tied to the dead spirits? That which is ephemeral changes the ephemeral in others. The light of being never... Oh, because this triggered the whole poetry is what happened there. And then we got the last one here. Now, after I just rambled on about that, I'm not sure anything else I read matters. There's something wrong with these circles. Well, I call them circles, but we've never found a complete one. Just enough pieces to tell us it was probably a circle once. Being near them makes my skin crawl. My keeper told me they're just artifacts of the old days of Elvenon, but I know they aren't. He tells me that some of the elves, the forgotten ones, and those who follow them were evil. So some of what they made must be evil too, and that's B. And that's B, the source of my discomfort. That'd be maybe that'd be. There's a lot of the writing is it's too streamlined to the point of being almost unreadable sometimes. Like, and then mistakes like this will happen. There's a lot of conjunctions, you know. They could just say that would be the source of discomfort, and I think that's how these typos happen. It's not the first time I've tripped up like this. I just cut around a lot of them, you know. But there's a difference between evil and wrong, and these things are wrong. I need to find one that's still intact. Maybe I'll ask Tyrion to come with me. There's a Sayers first of Clan Ersele. Like, what is this from? A mysterious circle. Is that the one from the Arlathan thing with the object that had that forgotten one hovering, the body hovering above it? That wasn't the name I saw. I remember. First of Clan. So this is one of the old tribes. I was just talking about the idea. And that's what I'm saying. There's influence of the void. Whatever the void is. I would say the void exists. What if the void is like the veil, but between the Titans and... Would that make sense? No, because I feel like void needs to be like, it needs to be the entropy. Like, it needs to be like the pinpoint. It needs the primal nothingness. That's the void. That's where like the Eldritch kind of shit comes from. And like that could be maybe flowing into the Fade and influencing the spirits. Like I said, they become the demons, but the demons become hyper aware of things and then become the forgotten ones. They're just more powerful demons. That's all it is. They manifest as those beings. Was there ever a possession in any of the 4 that we take out? Was it an Inquisition? We track down 4 of them, don't we? And then in 2 is we just hear about them, but I don't remember fighting them. In 1, we definitely chased down a few of them, but again, it's forbidden ones versus forgotten ones is where I'm getting tripped up now. I don't remember the details, or if there were more than 4. I don't remember. I have to go back. Okay, so My God, that is done. Jeez Louise, what have I done? Oof, my throat is very dry. Mementos. I gotta get through this, man. They found us. These things wrong before the veil, and wrong still. Their hate grew weapons to fight gods, and found fear and flesh. Field notes of last age? A page of a bestiary. It's crazy. A map of persistent veil breaks and physicality failures in central Orlathan Forest. To the uninitiated, the strongest thing about Veil Jumper maps is how few of them say just run. This lost sketchbook. Horns. A sketchbook page. Artist unknown featuring precise illustrations of animal horns. A note in the margins reads, he claimed the horns was an August rams. I'm not so sure. Remember rams? Wow, that was Inquisition rams just roaming around. There's like all these like little animals that I just realized are not in this game. There's just not this extra life happening around the areas we crawl through. It feels Dragon Age 2-y in the sense the enemies just, I guess, repeat. I guess, yeah. I hadn't considered that. A sketchbook page, artist unknown, featuring wings from various creatures that are drawn in great detail. A note at the bottom reads, it must fly. How else did it vanish? Because it flew away? I mean, then it brings up, like, what the hell did happen to the griffins? Well, I don't know. We just saw, like, a new demon thing spirit them away. So, I don't know. Might go back to the whole dragon thing in that one comic, right? It's like, there's a lot more dragons that are on Thetis, that's for sure. They were all flying around this one, pretty much like an astral plane is what it kind of looked like. Beyond the veil, a map in a hand unused paper. Their terror was trembling and palpable. Land as empty as the new void in us that seizes the spirit and makes us suddenly meet. What if the whole tranquil thing is like tapping into that whole void layer? It's like it taps under the fade so that it disconnects them from the realm of ideas, the layer of ideas, the globe of ideas. I need to come up with terms for this that are my own. And then what if like the void, the tranquil is like, what if like the Titan thing is like something tied, like the void was maybe pushed through them, like it's pushed like through the tranquils or something like that, and they're dormant because they've sort of stopped becoming active, in order to they've been suppressed somehow. And that's where the idea of the tranquil comes from, is like something that's proto-based that then leads up to how the mages have figured out how to do that. Basically lobotomy, like mages to not have any emotions or something like that. They lose the primal connection. I don't know. Well, not that they lose. It's almost like they get connected to a primal connection of void, of emptiness, of nothing. Because it says that seizes the spirit. I don't know, man. It connects them off from their spirit self in the fade. I don't know. Things like that, man. Their idea self, if we call it that. Like, not spirit self, idea self. There's like the soul, then there's an idea self. I'm coming up with my own terms to make sense of this. And then we got the trickster wolf. A pantomime theater mask of Fanharel. His narrative role changes with the curse of perspective. He has as many faces as names. His arrival is as much profanity as prayer. The long night. A pantomime theater mask of Fallon Din. In narrative, he's the unfamiliar that precedes change, the willing sleep that calms or changes desire. Endings were different in the time of immortals. Okay. Ancient illustration. These stylized symbols represent the forking of thought, consciousness, will, finality, and time. All favorite subjects of Navarro's greatest necromancer philosophers. I would love to read their philosophy books because, damn, this is the forking of thought, consciousness, will. This is almost like, it's like spirit realm going into void realm. I don't know, actually. Finality and time. Time is infinite. Finality is not. Something to ponder. Voluminous. Voluminous. Why do I? That word sounds wrong. Voluminous. Voluminous. No, it's the long sought notes of one Navarro's most famous spirit summoners. Some whisper that Eglantine Feldevar still wanders the fade, though she died 60 years ago. Why would it matter? You'd be in a timeless realm. Interesting, though. Because the whole, the comic with Anders going back, like that was a little bit, it was more real than it should have been, is how I remember reading that story. But it was obviously like a memory, but it was kind of just like Solace's memories, like that they exist, and that's why it's not so shocking to me that I was kind of anticipating, like, let's go back and experience this history, because these moments would exist somewhere in the Fate. They would exist as these like bubbles, these memory bubbles. but also because I saw the whole, I read the comic with Anders going back. What the hell was his father's name? Why am I not remembering his goddamn father's name? King. Goddamn, it's like an important thing. He's getting tortured, or there's a red lyrium shit going on. I don't want to spoil it. Just read it. Read the comic. It was good. That was a good one. I think I'm oh my god, I think I'm done. I caught up. I might have to missives. Oh shit. Okay. What's this all about? After the dragon, Rook, the Venatori took full advantage of the chaos. As if the dragon wasn't enough, I knew it would be bad, but it's gone worse than I thought. I'll need to stay here longer. You remember Templar Rana? Hal at the fish fry? Alec from Threads? The Threads, they're alive, but there are others I still need to answer for. One way or another, I'll be back once I know. Okay. Why is this got this thing on it? I don't know. Those damn relics, Rook. It's from Elio. The Vault Overseer makes sure someone always has an eye on the relics you helped us bring back. He gives me a dirty look whenever I try to get close. Even hissed at me one time. I suppose we can't take the risk. Someone definitely did something to make them even more dangerous. We're not sure who they are or why they did it. An enemy of the Veil Jumpers? Someone dedicated to chaos? Either way, a lot more of us would be dead if you hadn't come along when you did, so thank you. And so the blight, or the taint, is kind of like a cancer. It's like a cancer that flows inside this super macro level entity idea, or entities, the titans, the fae, the spirit, the soul of the world, the soul and the body of the world, if you would imagine, the reality of this existence. And then there's the blight, which is like the cancer, the dragons that are an immune system. And then the blight itself is what's causing it's spilling forth because the immune system has been compromised. I'm going way off course now. Because the dragons are they're not malicious. They're just creatures out there. Unless they get tainted by the blight and then they become right. But was there a good dragon on Thedas ever? They're not good. They're just animals. They're just big beasts. They breathe fire, but none of them have been positioned as being smart on Thedas. That doesn't exist, to my knowledge. They'll get worshipped and stuff like that. Called Andraste and shit. No. An update on Gus. Oh, that's what this is. This is like their email terminal in Mass Effect Andromeda and stuff like that. Or you get like these updates from the characters out there as you encounter them. Okay. Thank you again for figuring out what happened to Tamor and Oros. Gus is adjusting to life without them, I think. Eating well, and me and the other Veil Jumpers play with him when we can. He still screams if I try to remove Oros' old backpack from his hutch. You never heard a Nug scream? It's bone chilling. Things have been terrible lately, but having Gus around helps me get through it. He really does put a smile on everyone's face. Thank you again for bringing him home. Sloane. Treat Gus well. A permission granted. A letter stamped with the seal of the Mornwatch. Greetings. You have driven despair from the shrouded halls. For this, you have our thanks. If Venatori return to plunder, hunt them as you will. It is signed with a complicated that's not in alt caps. It's signed with a complicated impenetrable signal. Okay. Wow, my throat is dry. I'm gonna get a drink, but I think I might have definitely overstayed my welcome here. For those of you who don't care for such deviations in your playthroughs, I apologize, but I'm going to wrap this one up here, and then I will come back and we'll jump back into the Mornguard and, into Necropolis and deal with some more Venatori scum, and then we'll come back and see if we can't pull off the Soldiers of Fortune. We'll see if we can pull that one off as well in the next 2 hours. Okay, I'll catch you there. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire. Ready? Peace.